Hi, I'm Stuart from the Norfolk Honey Company and welcome to the start of our 2017 Getting Started in Beekeeping series. What we're intending to do is to set up an apiary back at my allotment where we are going to introduce a brand new nucleus colony as if we've purchased it, and we're going to show you step by step through this coming season how you can introduce that colony into a full-size hive, feed them so that they build up nice and strongly for the summer, and possibly be able to take some honey off them late in the summertime. In order to do that, we need to first of all establish that we have a nucleus colony that's fit enough for us to purchase, as it were, and so we'll show you what this nucleus colony looks like, and then we're going to show you how to strap it up ready to take back to our allotment. We've already prepared the allotment apiary, so all we have to do is to then transport the nucleus colony back to the allotment and put it onto the stand. And from that point on, we'll go through step by step how you can then introduce them into a full-size colony and hopefully have a successful season with us. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. I'm hoping that this series of videos is going to be ideal for the beginner beekeeper, and hopefully the more experienced beekeepers as well will be able to follow us along and maybe give us some helpful hints and tips in the comments section below. And while we're talking about the comments below, please do leave a comment if you're just starting in beekeeping. It would be great to hear from you, to hear that you are perhaps just about to buy a nucleus colony, or that you've just acquired one and that you're going through the process of settling them into a new hive, and let us know how you're getting on with that. It'd be great to hear from you. So this is the nucleus colony that we're going to take a look at to see if it's ready to go into a full-size hive. So we're pretending that we've just purchased this colony and that we're hoping to take it to our own apiary at some point in the next few days. So let's just pop the top off and have a look at the bees inside and see if they're ready to go to our allotment apiary. So this colony actually suffered a bit of damage over winter because a complete stack of supers fell down and crashed onto the top of it. So we've actually got some leaves and all sorts of junk in here at the moment. So I'm just going to clear that away. It looks like we've got plenty of bees here, so that's looking good for us taking it away and installing it inside a full-size colony. I'm just using a J tool to help me ease the first frame out. So this frame we'd like to see a bit more drawn comb and perhaps more bees on it as well. So that's an immediate indicator that perhaps we don't have enough bees here to go into a full-size hive as yet. But let's see what the other frames look like. So we've got plenty of brood here. It's quite a nice brood pattern and it all looks really healthy. And I can see eggs inside the cells as well, so we've got plenty of eggs. The weather has been quite cool of late, so that won't have helped us at all. It's always nice to have a fast start in the spring. So here we've also got one of the treatments that we used last year, so we'll just remove that. Always handle the bees nice and gently and you'll find that there'll be no problem at all. So the bees are looking okay. There's lots of capped brood, so that's going to be emerging over the next week or so. And I'm just checking to make sure that the brood is all healthy as well. And as long as you're nice and patient with the bees and you don't rush, be gentle with them and they'll be fine. The weather is a little bit cool today, so we're not going to take too much time, but we do want to make sure that they've got plenty of stores as well. Again, another good frame of brood. So that's 3 frames of really strong brood. I've not seen the queen, but that's not a problem because I have seen eggs. And we'll just have a look at this last frame. Now this frame is stuck to the side wall, so just gently with your hive tool you can remove the comb that's been worked against the side of the nuke box, and that will just free up the frame without doing too much damage. Unfortunately this frame is particularly well glued to the side, so it's not going to be the prettiest frame in the world. It looks like we've got most of it away, and of course this does tend to upset the bees a little bit more. So again, just a little bit of smoke to keep the bees down into the nuke box, and then we can ease this one up. Okay, so you can see that this frame is in a bit of a mess down this side, and there's no stores on this side. We've got brood on this side, so the queen is looking for more space to lay into. There are some eggs here as well, but these bees are in need of some food. They could probably do with having a feeder attached to them. So what I would say is, if you were going to buy this colony, then really you've got 3 frames of brood and maybe half a frame of food. So this isn't really ideal. So if you wanted to purchase this, I wouldn't be paying full price for it. So what we will do is treat it as if it is a colony that's ready to be purchased, because we want to take it over to the allotment and get them into a full-size hive. This frame can soon be filled up with some sugar syrup. We can feed the bees today and give them a little bit of food, and then they'll be ready to go over to the allotment. If you can get out to inspect the bees before you purchase them, that would be ideal, because then you're not going to run into any problems of being disappointed when you get the bees back to your site, back to your apiary, and find that actually they're not as good as you expected. They've got maybe some disease, or perhaps, like this one, there's insufficient food stores. Checking the weather forecast, I know that next week is going to be particularly cold, so this colony definitely will need some additional food to help them through that difficult period. There's a little bit of food here, but not enough to see a developing colony grow through into a strong colony by the end of the spring. And when you put the frames back, just give them a little bit of smoke along the top, just to encourage the bees to move away from any brace comb that's holding the frames together. And then you can just ease the frames together with your hive tool to seal the gaps between the frames. And then we'll pop the small prime board back on. Just remove this piece of tape. And this is colony number 20, so that will be the designated number of the colony as we take it through to this summer, and then we'll pop the lid back on. So what we'll do with this colony is, rather than put a feeder on it now, is we'll strap them up, and then tomorrow morning I'll take them over to the allotment and we'll get them in place, and then I'll take the roof off and pop a feeder on them at the allotment. I don't want to put sugar syrup on them now, because if we do and we then transfer them, the sugar syrup is just going to slop out of the feeder and will just go into the bees and probably drown some. And it will make a terrible mess inside any vehicle that you've got. So that's this colony checked over. They're okay, they could be better, but we're going to run with the bees that we've got here. If you were to purchase a colony like this, then I would suggest maybe negotiating a slightly lower price. But that just shows you if you can have a look at the bees beforehand, it can make a difference. I'm just going to move the smoker. If you wanted to see a video on how to transport some bees, then do take a look at the video that we prepared on moving bees. We show you in that how to strap the bees up and secure them safely for moving. I hope you found that interesting, and I hope that you will join us through this coming season. Please do consider subscribing, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and we'll catch up next time when we see you at the allotment apiary. Thanks for watching.